This conference will now be recorded.
So like I tried to connect over here. But I want to like what I want to do over here. I want to pass this like the values of these variables.
Okay.
And I
I'll
try
show
to
you.
yeah
Just a second. I'll show you that now.
Okay.
Are you able to see?
Yep.
You can see this.
Yeah.
Here I'm capturing the values
Okay.
that I'm passing as parameters to this. You can check it out.
Okay. So it's like values, then percentage, then backslash.
Yes.
Okay. So like okay. Like why you put like backslash like after?
No, if you give the complete data in single line, not an issue.
Okay.
Here
Otherwise
I'm providing.
in different.
Yes. So only backslash is.
Okay, and one more doubt. Like okay, so here the table name is employee, right?
Yes.
Okay, so like if I put like small letter employee for creating
Not an issue. That works.
Okay.
That works.
Okay, so it like it's not case sensitive, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah. So this one is not case sensitive, and you can put and like okay, and percentage F4 is for float, right?
Yes.
Okay. So so the format is like insert this like that same thing. So we need to be put in like 3 like the quote marks, right?
Where?
Like SQL is equal to there's only one quote mark over here, right? No,
This
only
is
one is.
this is a single quote is sufficient.
Okay, now the double quote is we like
Yeah,
we
one
only
only.
need
One only.
one only. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, but in the okay, so in the other example, I think we put it 3. I think.
Yeah, that is a fixed value. This is a dynamic. Okay.
Oh, okay, for dynamic we need only one, right? Okay.
Mm.
Okay, got it. Okay, that's. I think that's. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else?
No.
Okay, fine. Let me proceed.
And there's one more I have doubt. Okay, so when we are doing the try and except over here, as we know, like in the test file, like we have an error called like logging error, right?
Okay.
Is there any like any errors like here to check whether the connection is established or not, like something like logging error or something?
Here to check.
Yeah. Whether the
You
connection
can.
is.
You don't need to do anything like that. You just see if you got an exception at the time here you can display that particular exception directly. You can go for exception and you can display it.
Can you tell me how to like how to display the particular is there any way like WhatsApp? Because okay, I was doing like this thing yesterday, and I know there was some error, but I don't know what error is over there.
See, just go for exception.
Okay.
And you print that particular exception over here.
Okay. No, that's not like what I meant. What I meant is like, okay. So when we print exception, it will give what error over there.
It will give you the information. Let's say if you have got issue with the query exception, syntax error, otherwise database connection error, whatever. See, this is the super class, right? So it can handle all types of situation, and it will give you complete information about that exception also.
Okay, that's right. Okay, that's good.
Got it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Can I have the next one?
Yeah.
So yesterday, in which concept we were there?
We are talking about MongoDB. Like we just started the MongoDB. Like we are using instead of table, we are using collection, and instead of row, we are using documents.
Okay.
Instead of column, we are using field over here.
Connection failed, it seems. No. Okay. So which database we have created? Use Justin, right?
Yeah.
And show tables. This is not tables. Okay. Show collections. There is no collection.
Yeah.
Show collection is meant for, it is very similar to your show tables. Whatever the collections we have created, it will be listing out over here. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Now, how to create a collection? Let me show you. This is the way.
Okay.
db.create collection student. That means we are creating one collection with the name student.
Create collection is the keyword, right?
Yeah, create collection C capital. Okay.
Okay.
And here we are. Sorry.
The second C is capital.
Yeah, second C is capital. Here we are creating a student over here. Once if you are creating a student, automatically it is just like a structure has been created, which is meant for storing the data.
Okay.
And here we are not mentioning any representation. You can check it out. I want this column, this particular type, all these things I didn't mention.
Okay.
Got it, right?
Yeah.
For that particular reason, you can store any data.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Next. So now if I say student is created, you can see that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now?
Yeah.
Now, if I say show databases, it will list out the database also. See, you can Justin.
Yeah.
Previously, as Justin database was empty.
Yeah.
It didn't have even one collection also, so it was not listing out. Right now I have created one collection. Even it is empty also, it is able to display that particular database over here. You got my point, right?
Yeah.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Next. Now, so we have created the collection. Now we will see how to insert the values into the collection. Okay. Say db.student.insert, name is Rakesh, number is 14, salary is 15.34.
Okay.
See, we are inserting one particular document. This complete data is called as document.
Okay.
This particular document, we are inserting 3 fields with 3 different values. See,
Okay.
the keys you can specify in a double quote, single quote, otherwise without any quote also. When it
Okay.
comes to values, if it is date, otherwise character, you have to pass it in single quote, otherwise double quote.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
This is as per our Python terminology, we are inserting one dictionary over
Yeah.
here. And remember one thing here, db.student, I'm specifically pointing to student collection and inserting the data.
Okay.
Let's suppose if I specify db.students,
It will create another one, right?
yes.
Okay.
If it is MySQL in the sense, it will raise an error.
Okay.
When it
Yeah.
comes to MongoDB, what will happen? If it is not available, it will create and it will insert.
Okay.
Be careful with this. Okay, no?
Okay.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Okay. Next. Rakesh, we have inserted. See, first document I have inserted which had only 3 fields, and that
Okay.
to name, number, salary. When it comes to this particular document, if you just check it out, name, number, fees is there.
Okay.
There in first document, if you observe, there is no fees.
Yeah.
And here we have got one extra field, that is address.
Yeah.
Which was not available over there.
Yeah.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
In that way, for one document to another document, if you don't have any relation also, not an issue over here.
Yeah.
That's the specialty.
Okay.
Got it right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Can I open next one?
Yeah. Like how can we see the database? Like we inserted to
Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you about that. Okay, no?
Yep.
Next, let me insert some more data. Suppose, see this. If I want to insert totally 2 students at a time, otherwise more than 1 student at a time, in the list of dictionaries we are passing over here. You can check it out. List of dictionaries.
Yeah.
I'm passing and I'm inserting it.
Yeah. Like so you can insert in any like any particular order and like okay. So here the salary, name, number like is like it's the same order in the other one too, right? The first and second.
You don't need to follow any order over here. That's what unorganized, right? You don't need to follow any order.
Okay.
You don't need to consider any fields.
When we are
Directly
inserting so when we are inserting 2 dictionaries also, then also you can put it in any order, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Okay. So I have inserted this.
Okay. Why this bulk write result?
That's what this is. More than one document I'm inserting, right?
Okay.
So write errors. Is there any errors? No.
No.
Write concern errors. Is there any concern errors? Any how many records has been inserted? 2 records has been inserted.
Yeah.
How many updated? 0. And how many matched? 0. Modified? 0. Removed? 0. Upsetted? It is nothing.
Okay.
Upsetted in the sense it is almost similar to updated.
Okay.
So as we have did bulk operations over here, it is showing you how many records got modified. Either it is insertion, updation, which one has changed, that is displaying over here.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
Any doubts?
No.
Okay. Now we got to know how to insert the value. You don't need to follow any rules. Either if you want to insert only one particular document, you can do it in this fashion. If you want to go for insertion of multiple documents, you can go with this fashion.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next. Now I want to see the content. That's what you meant to say, right?
Yep.
You can go with this find. See, I have inserted 4 documents,
Okay. Yeah.
and by default object ID will be generated. That will be it is just like a row ID.
It's the memory
It
ID.
is unique for each and every representation.
Okay, good.
Okay, no?
Yeah.
That will be generated based on the time, minutes, hours, date, combination of everything. It will generate this.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got to know, and find you can use either like this, otherwise without the braces also. Both are same.
Okay.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Okay. Next. Now I'll go for finding, say, whose number is 14. Only one record it has displayed.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
Next, we have got whenever if you say find, it was retrieving 4 records, right? Because we have inserted 4 documents.
Yeah.
Instead of that, if you want to retrieve only 2 documents, you can mention like this.
Okay. So the
It has
first
retrieved only first 2 documents.
Okay.
Suppose if you don't want first 2 documents, I want to skip that first 2 documents and retrieve next 2 documents, in the sense, use skip.
No.
Oh,
there's 2.
Okay, 2 are there. Okay. Got my point, right?
Yeah.
So we are skipping first 2 documents. Next, we are limiting. That means I want only 2 documents I'm mentioning. So it is retrieving only 2 documents. Got it, right?
Yeah.
So how many records are there completely in
4.
the student?
4, right? So
You can see that over here.
Okay.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Okay. Next. See, here I'm finding for the documents whose number is greater than 14. GT stands for greater than.
Okay.
GE stands for greater than or equal to.
Okay.
LT stands for
Less than.
LE stands for
less than or equal to.
NE stands for
Not equal to, right?
Yeah. And EQ stands for equal to.
Okay.
O stands for or. A stands for and.
Give me a second. Okay, then GT, NE not equal to.
Yeah.
Okay, then EQ equal to. Then or is for or, right?
O.
O, just O.
Yes.
Okay. Then for the what else?
A for and.
Sorry.
A for and.
Okay.
Got it right?
Yeah.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Next, here greater than we have got. Next, see, if I need to retrieve the details based on the name in
Okay.
ascending order.
Okay.
Name sort name minus name 1 in the sense it will be ascending order. Name minus 1 in the sense it will be descending order.
Okay.
Got my point right?
Yeah.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Okay. Whose number is greater than 14 and address is Bangalore. If you need to find any records, you can do in this way.
Okay.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Okay. This is what your find is all about. Find
Okay.
is basically similar to your search option,
Okay.
which is meant for searching the records based on the criteria, otherwise without criteria also.
Okay.
Got it right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next. One sec. Now see here. Update.
Okay.
In MySQL, we have got separate query that is update for updating the values in the table, and alter query will be available for altering the structure of the table. Correct, right?
Yeah.
But here we don't have two things like that.
Okay.
We will be having update query only. What will happen? See, whose number is 14, for them we are setting last name to Ranga.
Okay.
In the sense, if anybody's name is 14, if they have last name field already, for
Okay.
them last name will get updated to Ranga.
Okay.
If last name is not there, one field will get added and it will get updated with Ranga.
Okay.
Understood my point, right?
Yeah.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Okay. Next. And that to update, it is meant for updating only one record. If you need to update multiple records, then we have to enable multi-true. Let me show you this one.
Okay.
Set title equal to Mr. where we are specifying multi-true.
Okay. So, what is multi-true again?
In the sense, whose number is equal to 14.
Okay.
If more than one record is there also, it will get updated. Previous case, if
yeah.
number equal to 14, only one record is there.
Okay.
If two records are there, only first record will get updated.
Okay.
In this case, how many are there? All the things will get updated. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Done, right?
Yeah.
Next, that is what update query is all about. Now, if you need to remove the values, we don't have delete or truncate or something like this over here. We have got remove. Just if you want to remove, you can remove like this. It will remove all the values. If you need to remove based on the condition, you can remove like this.
Okay.
See, one record has been removed. Understood, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you need to drop that particular collection in the sense, you can drop it out. See? Understood?
Yeah. So it will drop
And
it.
if you need to drop that particular database only in the sense, you can drop it in this fashion.
Okay.
Here we don't, when so many queries has been removed, you can check it out. Got it, right?
Yeah.
There we have got so many queries, so much structure to be followed, so much hangama we have did. Here, nothing like this.
Okay.
Everything got compressed. It is giving you the freedom to perform various operations in a easiest way.
Okay.
Can I open next one?
Yeah.
So this is the way we have to make use of what you say, MongoDB and its commands. Okay.
Okay.
Next. Let me go for next one. How we can make use of this particular queries using our Python. We are going to see now using PyMongo.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. PyMongo. Now, similar way how you have installed PyMySQL, you have to go to Google and type PyMongo download. Okay. What's that? Sleeping.
Okay. This one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pip install PyMongo. Just go to command prompt and type pip install PyMongo. That's it.
Okay. You don't want to download and
No, download is not required.
okay.
This command is sufficient. Okay.
Okay.
I have did the same thing in my machine. Already it is installed.
Okay.
See, from PyMongo, Mongo client. Mongo client is very similar to your connection in your PyMySQL.
Okay.
Okay, na?
Yeah.
Mongo client we are creating. Then import pprint.
Okay.
See, we are importing pprint module over here.
Okay.
What is the specialty of pprint over here is basically print will display the data in a regular fashion.
Okay.
Pprint, if you need to arrange the data, that this is JSON data basically.
Yeah.
Got it right?
Yeah.
A list and dictionary combination we are holding, right? So that will be called as JSON data.
Yeah.
Where that particular JSON data, if you need to represent it in a proper fashion, we have to make use of pprint.
Okay.
Okay, na?
Yeah.
Okay. Next. client equal to Mongo client.
Okay.
Here, what I'm mentioning, here I'm connecting to MongoDB over here. By
Okay.
default, it will be connecting to 27017 port address. You can check it out. It is running on, where is this? Yeah. MongoDB is running on 27017 by default.
Okay.
Let's suppose MongoDB while installation, if you have changed the port address to something else, in the sense, you can change the port address over here also.
Okay. So like
Here, you can pass the parameter. One second. Yeah. Port equal to some X value,
okay.
comma, host equal to, suppose if your database is there in remote machine, that machine IP address you can mention over here.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
Where right now there is no such cases. Port is there, I mean, port is default port address as well as host is local host only. So I didn't pass any extra values over here. Next, db equal to client dot Pallavi db. That means previously I have referred to Justin, right?
Yeah.
Right now I'm pointing to Pallavi db. That means already Pallavi db it is there, in the sense it will be connecting to that.
Okay.
Next, we are preparing one document, which is the document which I want to insert. I have prepared the document over here. Now, anyway, DB is pointing to Pallavi DB. Within that, I'm referring to your, what you say, employees collection.
Okay. Employees is the collection. Okay.
Yeah, employees collection. Within that employees collection, where is this? Within that collection, I'm inserting one document, that is employee.
Okay.
This particular document will get injected.
Okay.
One second, my mouse is okay. Yeah. This document will get inserted. Got it, right?
Yeah.
After that, emp.find1, whatever the document which I have inserted,
Okay.
I'm finding that and I will be displaying in the console for
That's why
user
you use
reference.
print, right?
Yeah, I have used pprint. Let me show you how this works. Make sure your MongoDB is running, okay? Otherwise this program won't run.
Okay. So like every time you have to make sure, like when you are working with the Mongo, then we have to make sure that the MongoDB is running, right?
Yes. Why this is taking a lot of time? One second. There is some issue.
Is it because you had to command prompt over there?
There is no change in this. I think Pallavi DB is not there. So only it was raising issue. That's it. Other than that, nothing else. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. See, now it got inserted.
Okay.
The same record we have fetched it. Okay, na?
Okay.
Any doubts?
Then,
Okay.
how to how to insert variables?
Variables, these values you can take it dynamically, how we have seen in MySQL, right?
Okay.
Same way. Okay, na?
Yeah.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Hmm. Next. Till here it is same. Okay.
Yeah.
We are connecting to the database. Within that database, we are searching for, say, employees collection find.
Okay.
Whatever the records are there, all the records we are finding, I mean documents, we are storing into EMP variable.
Okay.
We are iterating each and every object, that is
Then
dictionary, we
okay.
are storing into A. That complete data we are printing here.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
There is no document, so it is empty. Okay.
Okay.
You can see here. Here I am searching for the documents whose ID is 1.
Okay. And
Based on ID 1, let's assume that I have got some 4 records available.
okay.
I'm skipping first record.
Okay.
In the sense, next 3 records only it will retrieve.
Okay.
Got it, right?
Yeah.
Whatever all the records are there, I'm retrieving and I'm displaying here.
Okay.
In my case, there is no documents only, but
Okay.
these programs are well tested. This works. Okay.
Okay.
Third, this is simply waste. The same. In that program, I can show you. This
The
is
port.
multiple insertions at a time. The port you can see.
Okay.
Okay. Na?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can go to this. Suppose if you need to remove,
Okay.
then you can take the help of remove. Otherwise, if you want to remove based on the ID, you can remove it over here.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
Next. You can see db.employees.update1.
Okay.
I want to update one record.
Okay.
Okay, no?
Yeah.
ID equal to 1. Based on the ID 1, how many our records are there? For that, I'm setting the name to testing.
Okay.
That means 1 only we are mentioning, right? So it will take 1 only. Okay, no?
Yeah.
Any doubts so far?
No. No. Oh. Setting. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is in this format, right? ID equal to 1, then set, then name is equal to testing. Okay.
Okay, no?
Yeah.
Any doubts so far?
No. So okay. So when we want to insert a new field to the collection, then just you can put for example, there is no salary in the last example, and I want to add salary, so it just update the same thing and set salary is equal to 100, right?
I didn't get you.
Okay, so for in the last example, you put like set name is equal to test, right?
One sec. See,
Yeah,
name
is
equal to testing.
okay. For in this case, if like in this if we assume that in this collection there is no salary field over here, and I want to
Okay.
insert a new field called salary and put the value 100, then instead of like name you have to put salary and just 100 over here, right?
Yeah, that's it. It will get inserted.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
Next, if you need to drop the collection, you can drop it in this fashion.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
We are pointing to the respective collection and we are dropping it out over here.
Okay.
Next.
So here, for example, in MySQL, like we had to send queries. So here there's no need of queries, right? For dropping.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
And if you need to drop the database in the sense, you can drop it out like this.
Okay.
db.drop.
The name of database, right?
That's it.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Okay. So this is how you have to, what you have to do? Connect Python with MySQL, MongoDB.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Next. Now we will start up with next important concept. Let me. Just a second, my
Okay.
PyCharm. Now, next concept we are going to discuss is threads. Okay, now?
Okay.
Threads is very important concept. Basically, this threads concept only, which will be used for various scheduler creations, all those things in our programming. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what is thread? How the thread will be there? Let me explain.
Yeah. Is it this one? The fork joined.
Sorry.
Fork join any that.
Yeah, almost similar to that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, first of all, what is meant by thread?
Okay.
Thread is a sub-process which is meant for performing various operations. Okay, na?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is this sub-process, and what is the difference between this one and a function? We need to know. Basically, function will be used for performing various operations. Okay, na?
Yeah.
Instead of going for a big program where one program instead of dedicated for one particular operation, let's say addition of two numbers, subtraction, something like that, if you need to do,
Mhm.
what we will be doing, we will be creating one specific program itself.
Yeah.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
Instead of creating a specific program, what we can do is we can straight away go with this particular function.
Okay.
What function will be doing? Function will perform the operations, which is almost better than program, where
Okay.
it will divide program into multiple partitions.
Yeah.
And you can perform various operations with various types of functions available.
Okay.
Got it right?
Yeah.
Now, what is the speciality of threads over functions? We need to know.
Okay. Threads.
Basically,
Yeah.
hmm,
Threads are like
this
faster.
not only faster, it is lightweight. First thing,
Exactly.
okay, na? First thing which you have to understand, it is lightweight. At the same time, it is controllable.
Oh yeah.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
Whenever, just assume that we have started one particular function to perform one operation.
No.
Function, okay?
Okay.
In between, let's say if one more function has come into picture saying that I want the control to perform one minor operation, what will happen? That function will not release the control.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, when it comes to thread, in the sense, here you can control it. That means when one particular operation is happening, if one more thread has come into picture
Okay.
saying that I want to perform certain operations, in the sense,
Okay.
what will happen? First thread will give the space for second thread to perform the operations for second thread. Right?
Yeah.
That way, the sharing will be happening between the threads,
Okay.
because of which we can achieve better performance. Okay, no?
Okay.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Okay. Now, this threads needs to follow certain life cycle methods to perform the operation.
Okay.
What are those life cycle methods? How many ways to create a thread? All those things we are going to start now.
Okay.
Now, first we will go for ways to create a thread.
Okay.
There are two different ways to create a thread. One is by underscore thread, another one is by threading.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Now, this underscore thread, we will not be following any of the lifecycle methods.
Okay.
We can make any of the function as a thread, and we can start performing the operations.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
Because of which this particular thread, underscore thread, will not give you the better performance. Of course, this is a thread. It is better than function, but it is not better than real thread.
Okay.
What I will be showing you next. Okay, no?
Okay.
That is what the advantage as well as drawback of underscore thread.
Okay.
It won't follow any lifecycle methods. Of course, it will behave almost similar to our thread.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah.
It will not give you better performance like our threading concept.
Okay.
Now, See here,
Okay.
import underscore thread,
Okay.
import t time.
Okay.
Okay, now
Yeah. The time is
import time, not t time. I'll tell you what is the purpose of the time.
okay.
Okay, now?
Yeah.
Here we have one function which is taking thread name, delay, and
Okay.
counter as parameters. Okay, now
Okay.
while counter, that means still if the value is there,
Mhm.
what we are doing, this time module will provide you a function that is sleep
Okay.
for suspending your operation.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
It will suspend your operation for a time period.
Okay.
See, time dot sleep I'll be using so that your operation will be suspended for a time period.
Okay.
Next, after suspending for a time period, again what we will be doing, we will be continuing further.
Okay.
We'll print thread name. Thread name is, what is the thread name we have got over here, that we will be printing here.
Okay.
And thread time is our current time will be displayed over here.
Okay.
After that, again we are decreasing the counter. We will be checking whether it is equal to 0
Okay.
or not. If value is there, it will be keep on repeating. Value is not there, then it will come out of the loop. Now, how to make this particular function to behave like a thread in the sense, say underscore thread dot start new thread.
Okay.
We are starting up new thread where this printing function is there, right?
Yeah.
That printing function with 1, that means
Okay.
thread name is 1 we are passing.
Mhm.
Delay is 10 seconds we are passing.
Okay.
Counter is 3.
Okay.
That means 3 times that operation will happen.
Okay.
You got my point, right?
Yeah.
So first thread has been started.
Okay.
Second thread we are starting up over here.
Okay.
If you
So
got any exception, it will handle the exception and it displays the details over here.
okay. Got it.
Got it, right?
Yeah. So this underscore thread dot start underscore new underscore thread is the key for the thread, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Any doubts?
No.
Now let me start up. See,
Yeah. It will take
after
10 seconds.
10 seconds it will start.
Okay.
The first thread.
Okay.
Then again after 10 seconds you'll get second. Okay, na?
Okay. But it is supposed to come like it's a thread, right? So like at the same time, almost the same time, the 1 and 2 should be starting, right?
That's what. This will not work like that.
Okay.
Even it is thread, it won't behave like that thread.
Okay.
So only this underscore thread we will not be following.
Okay.
We'll be going with threading concept only.
Okay.
And one more major drawback with this one is this will raise the exception after certain operations.
Okay.
So only this will not be considered. We have to make use of threading.
Okay.
Got it, right?
Yeah.
Any doubts?
No. No.
Okay. As the concept it is there, I have shown you, but this should not be used in a real-time industry.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one is now we are going to see threading module. Threading is a module. Basically, it will be used for creating a real thread which is required in our Python programming. Okay, no?
Yeah.
Now this threading will be following certain life cycle methods, where because of which it will give you the chance for other threads also to perform the operations. That means if two threads wants the same resource,
Okay.
got my point, right?
Yeah.
This concept will not give you the control
Okay.
when it
So
comes to.
yeah. So like so if two of them want the same resource, then how will it like perform that?
That's what. If two of them wants the same resource,
Okay.
you just consider this classroom is there.
Okay.
I want this particular classroom to take the class. Okay.
Okay.
Now one more person came saying that I want this classroom to take the class.
Okay.
At the time my class is free, what I can do, I can say, okay, you carry on and take up your class.
Okay.
Okay, now
Yeah.
that is what thread behavior is all about. Whenever it is ideal, whenever it is useless for this particular thread, it will give the chance for other thread which is waiting for that particular resource.
Okay.
Suppose if it is a function behavior, what will happen? Even if it is useless, what I will do, I will say I will not give this resource.
Okay.
Got my point, right?
Yeah.
That is what the nature of function as well as thread.
Mm.
Got it?
Yeah.
Any doubts so far?
No.
Next, how this threading will work and other lifecycle methods in tomorrow's class I'll explain.
Okay.
Got it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Thank you.